Of all the movies that I have seen recently, I think this is the one movie that I have fully connected with its main character. And the movie that we are talking about is The Fabelmans. This is probably one of the first movies in which I 100% see myself within that character. Having the connection to movies and the magic of going to the movie theaters is something that I 100% feel, especially when it's being conveyed on film. Now, for those of you who don't know what The Fabelmans is about, it's literally Steven Spielberg's story. This is Steven Spielberg's life story told in film. And honestly, it's a fantastic telling of events that have happened in his life. And it shows us his true love of cinema and the type of magic that goes within him when he actually creates movies. It shows everything from his family life to moments of him in high school and people who bullied him and treated him differently, and talks about the shifts and dynamic of his family, especially finding out that his mom had an affair. It talks about how he first came about creating movies, especially as someone who was young and didn't have a whole lot of money. So he showed in this movie what it is to actually create something out of absolutely nothing. And you can't really have a movie with Steven Spielberg, especially if it's his own story, without having a really good soundtrack to go with it. And obviously John Williams brings in that score in this movie to really tie in the emotional aspect of his life, and the music is, as always, breathtaking. And it's very interesting because we get to see a part of his life that normally we wouldn't see, and this sort of telling of how he wanted to get a job in cinema and sort of the struggles that went through it. And it's really interesting to see the struggle that he went through, because for us as people who go to the movies and sees movies on a big screen, we never really connect the dots when it comes to the director and the story that they're telling, and how unique that story can be, and why there's so much hard work that goes behind it. And obviously having the director tell his story through his own lens, especially now in his career, having done so many fantastic movies, having worked on Back to the Future, E.T., Close Encounters, you name it, like fantastic movies that will forever be a sort of symbol of cinema. It's fantastic to see him tell his own story, because we're used to having him tell other stories, and now having him tell his own story is a very interesting concept that made for a beautiful movie. I absolutely recommend that if you're someone who loves movies, you should go out and actually see this movie. Rent it, buy it. If your movie theater is still playing it, go watch it in theaters, because it is literally the telling of what makes movie magic magic. And like I said, I connected 100% to that. I know what it's like to struggle and to be able to, have some sort of understanding of what this character is going through, and connecting with that character really allowed me to enjoy this movie even more, because I saw situations that happened in his life and I started to connect to my own life, which is a very rare thing, especially in movies that talk about fictional characters. But in this one nonfiction movie, I absolutely connected with him. So please go see this movie. I really do appreciate you guys listening to me talk about this movie. It's a beautiful movie, and I think anybody who is interested in movie making should go see this movie. Think about cinematography, editing, all those things that really bring movies together. And this movie is literally like I would say like an ode to movies, and this is fantastic. So having said all of that, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and go down in the comments below. Tell me what makes cinema a magical experience to you. I'd really like to hear what you guys think. And while you're down there, go ahead and click the subscribe button and ring the bell because, yeah, we got more videos coming in soon. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.